The M75 Air is a 50-gram wireless mouse from Corsair. There has been a new subset of mice that have a sleek and almost weightless feel, but for some reason these mice seem to be a ton more expensive than most mice. Already $100 is a lot for any mouse, but a bare bones one with almost no features, but weightlessness is a hard sell. Mice manufacturers, for whatever reason, don't seem to prioritize material feel like I've never felt a mouse and felt like it was out of its weight class. But seemingly the same companies keep releasing more editions and more RGB. This new subset of mice is interesting because they don't have any of that, and quite frankly you expect all the bare features of a mouse, and the weightlessness to be a driving point for this mouse, or one like it. I think most gamers aren't considering a mouse like this. I mean, $150 for a mouse that weighs less than most mouse pads is tough, and not only that, but you pretty much get a no-throws mouse with two side buttons. Who it's releasing to seemingly makes less sense, being the same price as the Logitech Superlight 2. The Superlight or Ultralight class of mouse is relatively new, and thanks to esports and streamer culture, it's seemingly been a race to the bottom, with more features being pulled from mice in exchange for speed and lightweightiness. Now luckily there are two side buttons on the mouse, which feel nice and tactile, and the separation is clear, and there's a cutout from the body of the mouse. While this is a very light mouse, it's not the lightest, being just as heavy as the Logitech G Pro Superlight 2, but heavier than the Razer Viper V2 Pro. Now these mice, despite being lighter, probably tons cheaper to produce, virtually come with no inbox goodies. At the price for what you pay, you think you would at least get a change of some bottom sliders or at least some grip tape that Corsair sells on their website. And if you don't mind paying the extra $10, you can buy those grip tapes from their website. But for $150, you could at least include that in the box. But moving on, we do get a slightly custom braided USB-C wire for charging and a sticker in the box as well, but that's basically it. Apart from the USB slipstream receiver, you can buy a limited run release day bundle for $200 that comes with a yellow mouse and a mouse pad with those mentioned grip tapes, but again for $200, which all things considered, basically paying full price even bundle. The 1 out of 1,000 stick is pretty cool, but in reality, it seems like Corsair has diverted into so many products that their teams are having a hard time keeping up. So this mouse is a stunning 60 grams versus something like the Razer with 58 grams or the Superlight with 60 grams as well. I think if Corsair was going to enter this market, they should have entered it with a bang and brought the most shocking ultralight in the market. Like had they done it with an RGB scroll wheel or something like that, that would vastly set this mouse apart from other lightweights or even basic run-of-the-mill mice. This mouse doesn't feel cheap, and gripping it, it does feel sturdy with almost no give when squeezing it, but still it doesn't feel like a premium mouse. And if you were just guessing the price, I would never assume anything more than $100. Even picking it up, the lightweightiness makes you think you're holding a much cheaper product than in reality. You can't forget the feeling of a mouse, and while the mold itself does feel really nice and well formed, the type of plastic really doesn't feel good and it's kind of scratchy. I think Corsair could have cut weight in other ways that would have left the mouse feeling a lot more premium. A mouse like the M75 Ultra is a feature-packed mouse from Corsair, which is cheaper, and it actually feels very premium. Not only does it feel great, but it comes with its own weight so you can dynamically change the weight of your mouse. It's hard to stress how unmatched this value is. For the same $150 you could spend on this, you could buy a set of RAM, a new SSD, a new mic, a new pair of headphones, even in some cases a whole TV. But none of that matters as long as you get the performance out of this mouse that is just that much better. And, well, in fact you don't. If you were to ask me what you should do, I would recommend getting a $10 mouse from Amazon, then getting a set of RAM for your PC. If you don't need more RAM for your system or it doesn't support more RAM, maybe something like a new SSD. The point is, your mouse being $150 is not the reason you can't triple bang losers in CSGO. And if you tell any girl how much you spend on your mouse, you probably won't be getting banged either. Hardware like this is super cool. I would say it should stay niche, and while at $150, who wants no features but lightweightiness? Even the sensor in this mouse is only 26,000 dpi compared to the Superlight G Pro Cock and Balls 2. Compared to the Superlight G Pro Cock and Balls 2 that has a 32K sensor, it's a hard sell, not to mention the grip tape being included in the box. This mouse probably isn't what you should get if you're first building your setup. Like I said, that money is best spent elsewhere, but it's not a bad mouse regardless. Now, it's not all hate, and some of the things that I do like about this mouse is its unassuming design. You'd probably think it was something much shittier and from the retail floor, but cool if that's your thing. So should you buy this mouse? Well, probably not. It's very expensive for what you get, and it does seem like it was just priced to the market, so there will probably be price cuts, but for $150, I would get something cheaper. Even though most mice stay close to this one, it's still possible to find much cheaper mice. It may not be 60 grams exactly, but the M65 is pretty close at 110, and it's definitely worth saving the $80. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, you can leave a like and subscribe, and if you hated it, you can leave a dislike and tell me why you hated it, and if you want to see another one, then you can go look on my page for other stuff, and if you don't want to see another one, then you just click off of here, leave that dislike, say you're crap. Thank you guys, bye.